Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Good evening. Welcome to the round 6, Imola. I forgot what round it was then.
Yeah.
We got myself, Ulster, and Trev tonight, and the new realistic comms team for at least the next 5 weeks, I believe.
My first, I suppose, official comms outing.
It is. It's
Um,
a sprint weekend.
yeah, after a crazy transfer window, which has seen four new racers, 4 new drivers, and the return, let's not forget, of the man, the myth, the legend, PRL Cedric himself.
Cedric is in. He is back racing after an extensive layoff.
And I think credit has to be given where it's due, the fact that he refused point blankly to sign himself so that to ensure that some of the new drivers did get a seat, which I think is highly commendable. So yeah, it's all changing most of the teams. In fact, I think the only two teams that remained the same is Alpha Tauri with Gaza and Beef and Cow, and Williams with Stony Bum and Convict.
Yeah, have it. A couple of new drivers as well. We saw previously last week, I believe, some of the reserves were in, weren't they?
Yeah, I think all three of them, or 3 of the 4 new ones reserved. Yeah, but I've got some insider information. If you're interested
what's
in
that?
hearing it. Well, my man on the street, who shall remain anonymous. So, the 3 of the 4 new drivers are Scootex, Blackberry, and JT Blitz. Now, they also race with Convict and Stony Bum, and of course, Scootex and Convict both being Scottish. I'm not going to show any favouritism. But the download I have with those guys racing together is that apparently Scootex is the quickest of them. Then, allegedly, it's Stony Bum, then Black Gary,
Yeah.
then Convict, and then JT Blitz. Which, if that proves to be true, Scootex could be quite a contender in the Mercedes, I think. But again, these are not the words or from the opinions of PRL. These are the opinions of my man on the street. You shall remain anonymous.
the informative or informant, as they call it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He shall not be named. He or she. I don't know.
Exactly. Or it. Or maybe.
They.
Yes.
So let's go on board with our Aston Martin, our new Aston Martin driver of Cycles for Life. As he kicks off this short qualification session before we go into the 11-lap sprint race. And then into the, is it 28 or 25 actually, isn't it, around here?
Good question. I'm not entirely sure.
No.
I know the sprint race is 11, but
I'm not
sure what full race is.
Don't know. But before we go into our official race, extra points up for grabs as usual. Sprint race. I believe the winner takes home 8 points, is it?
Yes.
And then go down.
First, yeah, down to 1 point for 8.
32 laps, we've been told.
Thank you, James. And if we have anybody in the lobby that can give us a weather update, that would be much appreciated. Although it definitely looks dry for qualifying.
Looks lovely. So yesterday on the Equal 2, it did say it wasn't going to rain, and obviously it didn't rain, but it looked very, very dark. Snipers for Life comes around the final corner, and he crosses the line with a 121.1 set the first time, followed by, is that Scootex? It is 117.4. 7, I can't see, I'm trying to catch up now. I believe that is Kenyan. Oh, Jay Blitz is gone. He parked on the right. You can't park there, sir. McLaren is out of JT Blitz.
Sid will not be happy.
Piro Val 116 dead. Who else have we got? I'm trying to catch up. Such a small track. Syrah. We're at a 117.5. Back down. LMB next.
118.1.
Oh, LMB sets a very low time, but we'll go again. Antfo looks like he's invalidated right on the last corner. I believe he got this in the next lap. Absolutely savage. Oh, that's the other McLaren. I don't know if he's just moving out the way, but he's cutting grass. Where was? Missed it at the moment. Douglas Sheep goes P2 in the new Red Bull seat with a 116.6. Kenyon 116.8 in the Alpine. Sunny Bump is in at the moment, so we have got Antfo's the only one that is invalidated. Got a couple of guys on the outlaps now. Mikey in the Aston Martin. Nope, unlucky Blitz. That is not a good start, unfortunately for you in the McLaren. You've just got plenty of time to make it up in the sprint and race. Let's stick on board with Mikey. First drive in the Aston Martin. Nice and smooth around the loose chicanes and the end of sector 1. Catch as many people out the gravel trap there. It's very easy to extend the track limits here or invalidate laps. Oh, who we got here? We've got the Williams moving out of the way. And as he approaches the very tight chicane, which is, if you get that wrong, that's going to send you off. As he comes down the hill with a hard brake in the left hand and watching the gravel on the right, it can suck you in. And be careful not to invalidate on the right hand side. He doesn't, keeps it right on the line. It should be a very competitive time for that Aston Martin, and it is. It's a 117 dead. Not bad at all.
It's always invalidated.
There's guys on the outlap now. Who is that I can see? Is that Bebs? It is. Bebs is right on the line. Bebs is going to set a time of 1:19.3 in the Alfa Romeo. Guys just coming back out for a second attempt now. Brief and cow outlap. Convict has invalidated. Antfo has, I believe, just finished. He has. Scootex, it looks like he is going for a second run in the Mercedes. Just lost a little bit of time. He didn't hit that right apex probably as he would have liked.
Still got what, 5 cars to actually record the time yet, so I've got to know what might be the elimination time that we're all waiting for.
Not really sure what to tell you at the moment. I mean, Alpine on front with a 116 dead. Driver got a couple of cars that are faster than the Alpine and maybe able to push that off, but that's just a pretty solid lap.
And Cow's just in sector 2 in the AlphaTauri.
Skutex crosses the line with a 117.48, pushes him off P3, improves by 0.8.
Nice.
And the track is evolving. So we lay some rubber down. We've got a purple sector do by Brief and Cal. Showed his strength in the last 5 races in that AlphaTauri. As he's got a little bit of traffic ahead. I think that's a Haas and a Red Bull, but it shouldn't stop him from posting a decent time or posting at least his first time of the short quali. Crosses the line, puts it on P5, 116.6. Just go back down to a Red Bull contender, just down in of TCM Syrah, who goes a 116.609, and Vale improves his time in the Alpine by 0.2.
And then he's just coming out as well.
Oh, Douglas Yeat is round. So who was that?
Kenyon, who's
Oh, yeah.
very wide there, but he's not invalidated. He was about 4 tenths up to sector 2.
And he does improve, but he's nowhere near his teammates' time. Douglas Yeat is struggling to get going again. He's round again in the Red Bull. Mikey is another outlet. Gaza is... Has he just finished? He has just finished. Improved by 0.5, that's P9. TCM LMB approaching the uphill. I can't remember what they call that now. Mineral?
Aqua Mineral.
Yes, that was it. He conquers the tyre chicane beautifully.
Now, unusually, both the Williams are on their outlaps, but have not actually torn each other.
I think it's got a good section down here for towing. Oh, LMB right on a limit. I don't know how he didn't validate there. LMB improves by 1.0 seconds. Goes up to P4 in Alfa Romeo. Who else have we got next? Sid is diving into the pits.
Stony Bomb's just midway through sector 2 on his first attempted lap.
And runs wide and invalidates. As I literally jump on board.
Convicts. Oh no, that must have been his outlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convict is going now. The Williams are starting to look a little bit desperate. Needs a time.
PRL match through sector 1, 6/10 on his previous time.
So Matt did sign
He's just
himself
come up.
back in the Mercedes, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, saying a lot about that. Nearly a second up through sector 2.
So we have got a little weather report I've just seen. Dry, 19% chance of rain for start of main race. And
Dry.
chance of rain at the end of main race, but ultimately should be dry.
So Matt's crossed the line, and although he improved by quite a margin, he's only went up 2 places, but he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Convict's just coming round the last couple of corners now.
Let's see if I can get back to Convict. We're going to see a valid time. And he does, goes P14. Stony Bum is just coming round. He's got...
He's invalidated again.
He has invalidated.
He's just starting another attempt at a lap. I think he's going to have to improve. Be safe.
Stony Bum's gone in.
be sticking a set of tyres on and going all for glory.
You get a few more drivers now coming out on track. We're going to have 3 minutes left. They've probably got one more attempt at this.
A lot of those times are very close together. There's not much in between them at all.
This is going to be hard. A comment from Cedric in his first race in a Haas. We've got the Haas pair sitting together in P12 and 13. Excuse me. Beb's coming around the final corner. It looks like it's a bit of an improvement on this lap. He crosses the line. 0.3. Don't think he moves. He does improve though.
He didn't. He stayed in 15th. Right on the line.
A little bit of traffic coming out in sector 1 now. So Mikey is just about to start. Is probably his last attempt in our short quali.
Slowly coming out now. Stop sitting in the pits. I've just seen that he's put in Discord that his game has reset itself.
Dear. I did see him join back in, so
Right. Alright, he's
he's
got out the
in.
pits. Oh, he's going to have to be quick. Oh, if he's going to get round in time. Oh, and he's off in
what's
the
that
power
now?
sliding.
Snipers for Life is 0.3 up in sector 1. Keep an eye on that while we just keep going down the order. Bebs is going to be coming into the pits now, unless he's going to... Oh, no, he's having one more attempt. Cedric is the start. Just stay on board with Cedric. It's his first season or first race back. Gives airtime to plenty others. Let's give him some airtime as well. It's kind of at the top of the hill up to the quite fast left-hander before coming down the hill to Aqua Minerale. It's a very, very difficult corner to conquer. You lose so much time for it. That's Chicane's got to ride the first right and then the second left to keep it in, but he's pulled out of it, it looks like. He has, he's pulled out of it and he's let the Red Bull through.
The only person now looking up Beb's out is Stony Bum.
No one's going out. It's short quali.
Oh, so it is, of course.
It still determines their finishing.
Yeah, I know. I've completely forgot.
So there's no
had it
position
been through
change.
quali, he would have put him out. So
Yes.
he's up to go.
We have no position change. We've got LMB who is, I don't know, he's just saying hello to those people on the side there. Mikey is just crossing the line now. Alan, he doesn't improve. I believe that is that. And that concludes our short qualifying. We'll read through. So the leader going into the sprint race will be PRL Vale, followed by Anfer of the Ferrari and Kenyon in the Alpine. Alpine lockout the top three. Brief and County Avatari P4, TTM Syrah, Red Bull P5, LMB P6, Scootex P7, Douglas Jeet P8, PRL Matt P9, Mikey P10, Gaza 11, Alan 12, Cedric 13, Stony Bum and the Williams 14. Followed by his teammate Convict in P15. Bebs follows up in the Alfa Romeo P16, Sniper for Life 17, Gary P18 and JT Blitz of the McLaren. Both McLarens without setting a time.
So it looks like Gary's having major issues. He's saying that all of his button maps and settings are gone, but he thinks he's getting there now. As somebody who once had all of their game info wiped 15 minutes before a race, I know how bad it can be when you're trying to get all that sorted again.
Yes, it's you're never surprised about what the game throws at you now.
No. Often disappointed, but never surprised.
No, 100%. So I'm just going to pop it onto a quick break and we'll be back when we are ready. And welcome back to sunny old Imola. I'm just waiting for the guys to be ready before we go into this 11 lap sprint race. Should take about 15 minutes. There'll be another short break, only a minute or two, before we get into the 50% race.
I'm being told 20 seconds to go.
So formation lap on
Go
both
pop, should I
sprint.
say, did
I
you?
know that when something else popped out. Don't know what that was. So formation lap just before both races.
Fermentation lap.
Sightseeing lap, as they call it.
The warm-up tyres lap. We'll call it that.
So most drivers should, if I just double check, should be going for mediums. I'm very surprised to see anything different. Nope. We do have a full grid of medium tyres. You do not have to pit in a sprint race. There is no what they call it, mandatory pit.
Did you buy this set of Fox teeth online? Is that what's gone wrong today? You can't get your words out.
It's all gone wrong, as I think it's just getting up early this morning, looking after the nephews last night.
Oh, Doggy Sheets disqualified.
Oh, Douglas Sheet is disqualified.
Matt probably
The Alpine of Vale is not hanging around. Let's get a lovely view of these guys just warming up their tyres as they come over the tip of the hill. Beautiful. There's some weaving hasses. I'm sure we'll see plenty of that in a little while.
deliberately or not, so.
Well, that's up to them. We'll let them have that choice. As we do have the McLaren, I believe if he's back, the back McLaren is in AI, hence why it's maintaining its pace. If it is, it will be ghosted, it will not interfere in this race, and being at the back as well is probably a little bit better as well. Right, the driver's just lining up on the grid. No one disqualified from... Oh, there we go. I just jinxed it. Gaz did. It's not life did.
Yep, it's time for as well.
That Gary did. We're I probably jinxed that.
Right, I am on.
Here we go.
With LNB, also what's happening from place.
That's an awful camera angle. There's a P3.
Yeah,
Syrah is jumped up. Cow has had an electric start off the line. As the Red Bull goes down the inside. Oh, we got an Alfa Romeo down. Absolutely carnage at the back. I think that was an Alfa Romeo got tagged.
Yeah. And
spun. Alfa Romeo. Oh, that's a Ferrari of Anfo, who was originally sitting in P2. LNB has gone.
Just gone as well. It's LNB again.
Yes. I don't know what happened there. That was the LNB must have had a, not LNB, sorry, Anfo must have had a massive moment. He dropped from P2 down to P18 at the moment.
16 places and LNB's 13. LNB's got absolutely no front wing.
Yes. Gonna see who the pitters are now. As Brief and Cow has gone up to P2 at electric start. Syrah is up to P3. The gap is just forming a little bit. Kenyon is looking on the back of Syrah, just keeping in. Scootex is also following Kenyon. Mercedes doing well so far, up to P5 and 6.
We've got Mikey, Vegas, and Ansel, and LNB in the pits. All one LNB's 5 second penalty for speeding.
Oh, who's that? Is that Mikey? No, Mikey, what's going on there? Has he dropped it coming out the pits?
I'm not sure what's happened. I just went on and saw that he was ghosting.
Oh, I wonder if he's just put his foot down a little bit too hard on the exit of the pits. He was being followed by Douglas Sheep, but I'd be very surprised if there's any type of contact coming out of those pits. Briefing Cow picks up the new fastest lap in chase of Vale ahead in the Alpine. We've got both passes of Allen and Cedric up in P8 and 9. Bebbs has just overtaken the Aston Martin of Snipers. As we've got two guys, the Williams and the McLarens are fighting. The battle for P12. Got a lot of pairs going around at the moment. We've got the two Mercedes, the two Hasses, the two Williams, the two McLarens. So we've got Anfo and Mikey back into the pits. I'm not sure what's happened there.
Anto's just coming back out.
Yes. Oh, we've got Sunny Bums just ran very wide. Little bit of a DRS train. Snipers for Life is on 0% ERS. The Williams behind him are also on 0% ERS, or going to be, as they both... Oh, that Aston Martin Snipers has got taken over by both of the Williams on the same part of the track.
Still need one contact.
Oh, Snipers for Life's gone. And that brings out the safety car.
Well, Mackie and Anto will both be relieved about that for sure. But everybody will dog his sheep down a little bit. Oh, just before that, the two Williams were having a bit of a in-team battle. Stony Bum had just got past Convict.
So I'd be very surprised if we see anyone pit. There's no need for anyone to pit really. The tyre difference at the moment is not going to be anything substantial.
The biggest gainers from everything that's gone already are JT Blitz and Bev, so both up 6 places.
Just as we see Vale come past the final corner, going towards the pit, and gave it a little dink into it.
Selling a dummy, was he?
He did, he tried it.
Nobody fell for it.
No. So I would just wait for the safety car to do its thing. Let's just have a look at the positional changes. Anfo's our biggest loss, down 15. Our biggest gainer so far is Bebbs and Blitz up 6 places. Sid up 4. There's a majority of good movers. Kenyon down 1 from P3 to P4. Probably going to be out a couple of laps.
I haven't looked down the order here, and Bebbs is kind of a fish out of water because you've got Alan and Cedric, the two Hasses, then Bebbs, then you've got the two Williams together, then you've got the two McLarens together.
Yeah, he's ruining the pattern here.
Exactly. Oh, Mikey's on.
Bad day at the office of the Aston Martins. As that is just NMB, just in the pit. He's just served his 5-second time penalty. So we'll see when the safety car will come in. Could potentially come in this lap. Chances are it will stay out again.
Yeah, I've still got Ansel quite a fair bit back, so. I imagine it should be in at the end of this next lap.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Be very surprised if it's out another lap after this.
Yeah, Ansel and LMB are just about to catch up to the back of the pack.
Yeah. Should serve them well. You should see a nice interesting battle towards the end. If it crosses the line, we should get 3 or 4 racing laps. Everyone's in the same position. The nice tyres are. Everyone's tyres should be roughly the same. The safety car call is highlighted at the top of the screen. As we have PRL Vale just setting the pace, backing up these drivers.
I wonder if Sid will try and do blocking here and let his teammate get ahead and at least score 1 point for the team.
Vale has gone. Breathing Cow is very close behind, sitting in the slipstream. Is it going to be enough going into turn 1? As Vale looks in the inside, as he Breathing Cow does pull out sensibly enough. Down to Skutex and Matt in the McLaren battle. Oh, and that did. And it is. Gaza did get past, but his entrances onto the corners were a little bit compromised. Gave Matt a chance to have a look back in, but he doesn't take it. Anfo gets past Douglas Yeat at the back of the pack. Ferrari and Red Bull fighting at the back is something you don't or wouldn't expect to hear. Oh, looked like Sarah had a bit of desync there. Gaza and Matt, he has dropped. He is in and out of ghosting. So he's sit on board. He's just sitting behind Alan now. He comes up. He puts the Red Bull power back down, using his ERS as well. Oh, is he?
Yep. He's just synced to behind Sid.
He has. He's got a massive desynced issue. Massive. I've lost where he is completely.
He's down in 13th.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, he disappeared and suddenly reappeared way down in 13th place.
Okay, right back to the top. We've got 0.3 Matt. LMB is in the pits again. I believe he picks up substantial damage in the collision in turn 1.
Yeah, he had underfloor damage, so it must be undraggable.
There's a few gaps starting to form.
We'll just get the one lap of DRS, won't we?
I think it should start now, does it? Yes, it does start now. So we will get 2 laps. Doesn't trigger now, does it? But actually, there's only one DRS zone here, isn't there? No, there's 2. Is there one at 2? No, is there?
No,
Is it?
2.
It's that small that it's silly, isn't it?
Canyon is closing the gap bit by bit on Cow.
Go to the final lap of the sprint. Alpine of Vale is leading, but he's followed closely with the DRS behind of Cal.
Sid's got the challenge of keeping a Red Bull behind him and hold on to that last point. So looking at the times, it's possibly the top 8 are going to finish with
Oh, Cal's gone! Cal has gone! Too much power down.
That was my curse that time.
Oh, that was unfortunate for him. He dropped it coming out of the exit. Too much power down. He's gifted PRL Kenyon a move up to P2. Scootex a move up to P3. He's going to have to settle for P4, unfortunately. The Alpines are a great result. The Alpha Tower is a great result. The Mercedes with another good result. And we've got one Haas and Red Bull up into the points.
No, I'm literally starting to say it looks like the top 8 are all going to finish where they're at, and I literally got half the sentence out when unfortunately Griffin Cow spun, so yeah, it was my turn this. this time.
That's always the way. So your sprint race result is PRL Vale, followed by his teammate in the Alpine of PRL Kenyon. Scutex for the Mercedes in P3. Brief and Cow after he's dropping out the tight chicane in drops down to P4. The AlphaTauri teammate up in P5 with Gaza. Mercedes of PRL Matt follows in P6, Alan in P7 and Doug Ajit in P8 to finish off the points of the sprint. So we're going to take a quick T and a P break, and we'll be back shortly.
Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Hello, welcome. We are back live as you join us halfway through the formation lap of our 32 lap race. As the weather's looking a little bit darker than it did in the sprint and quali, but I'm assured and told it should be dry.
Yeah, definitely some great clouds there. So, I mean, as a commentator, we can hope for some rain, spice it up, but we'll see. So I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that Kenyon and Vale are teammates now. I keep forgetting this because I'm not used to seeing them battle each other in different cars. Yes, it's going to be an all-out Alpine war at the front.
Yeah, we've got an AlphaTauri ward just behind as well. If it works out, a Mercedes ward just behind that. Kenyon's been disqualified.
Careless.
Shocking. Cracks are appearing.
Stephen was on board, he was trying to aim for an angle, and he's probably just overdone it.
Go on board with Scootex this time. It is looking very cloudy. We never know, we won't wipe out anything or write anything off as we've got 5 lights. And it is lights off. Alpines with a brilliant start. Oh, and we've gone. Scootex has gone off the line. Oh dear.
Oh, penalties all over the place here.
I believe the VSC has caught everyone right out. Scootex dropped it off of the line all by himself. By what I saw, no one was around him. I think he just put down too much power and it threw him into the wall and ripped his wing off, his wheel off, sorry. But that has triggered the VSC. So people have picked up some damage here. Not damage, some time penalties for collisions. As that was something, and we are green again. Briefing cow is right on the back of the Alpine driver of Vale. Kenyon is following as well. Gaza sitting in P4. The Hasses are fighting each other here. Are they going to look at it? Douglas Sheet has got past Bebbs. That's the Red Bull power. Alan was looking at Sidgwick here. I don't know if team orders will come into play. Sid does hold the full-time seat.
He's holding on 5-second penalty as well, though. So.
As Bebs looks a little bit uncomfortable around the chicane. He's got the Williams and Stony Bum fighting behind.
Yeah, Beb's been a pad user as well. I can vouch for the fact that those chicanes are not the easiest.
No, it's a very roller coaster type course for a pad user.
Yeah.
So we've got Mikey is looking on the back of Gary in the McLaren. L&B is joining in this fight as well. Go back. Syrah is 0.1. He's approaching the back of the AlphaTauri. Is he going to look on the inside? Is he going to look on the outside? Looks like he's going around the outside. Oh, and Gaza just holds his nerve and takes the inside line.
Top three are all within DRS zone. Oh, Kenyon's off. He's just went off.
Oh, Kenyon, where are you
and
going?
He's
gone.
as well.
Oh, Alpine in the mud. Do you know what?
He's tried to turn away from the wall and the gravel and it just
I know. But he has to get one of these because Sid made it special for him. That's why.
See me! Dickhead!
He hasn't ripped his wing off, but there's not many chances I get.
So it's past Gaza.
Douglas Yeat is looking at the back of the Haas of Sidrick after taking Alpine Allen of the other Haas. Oh, Gaz has got the position back.
Yeah.
Go back down to the other Red Bull. As you'll see, the power of the Red Bull versus the Haas. The Haas is not bad straight-wise either, but I think they're sitting down those straights.
I would imagine that it being Sid's first return, he's probably just playing a sensible game and thinking that's not my fight.
Beb's picking up the first 3-second penalty of the race. Got a long way to go. As there is a 5.5 second gap from P3 to P2. Brief and Cowan and Vale just extending their lead, and looks like they're gonna go into a fight they're gonna drag each other along most of the race. As we go back down, Douglas Sheet gets past the Mercedes and Matt as he's about to approach the AlphaTauri Gaza and then his teammate ahead. But he gets a little bit out of sorts in the last corner. Gives Matt a chance to get back. I don't think the Mercedes has got the power to get past, not with both cars having DRS.
I mean, I hate to bring up habits of old, but we've definitely got a Beb's Conga going on here.
Yes, we have. I see them. Williams has just got past Bebs there, but here's the sausage curve there. Bebs has gone. Bebs has gone.
Pressure got too much to do.
I didn't see anything as Kenyon looks on the inside of JT Blitz on his attempt to fight back into the positions. Convict gets past JT Blitz and the McLaren as well.
Oh, Blitz is round.
Oh, Mikey's been tagged.
I'm sure he should have. That's unfortunate. I mean, this is what I don't like about ghosting. Mikey tried his best to get out of that.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Mikey seems to be attracting a lot of unfortunate events at the moment. I mean, there's not much most drivers could have done about that. You don't avoid them, unfortunately.
No, I mean it's not Blitz's fault. I mean he had a spin, but obviously didn't deliberately drive into Mike. I thought Mikey got away with it actually. He swerved and I thought he was going to get past him, but
So at least Mikey is still there. He can go in. It's going to be a wing change, but there's a long race left. LMB is just moving up to P13 as he gets past Snipers for Life in the Aston Martin. Move is done comfortably.
Two Williams are doing very well as well. I mean, they're kind of keeping in touch with Kenyon here at the minute.
Where is Kenyon? He is just up ahead
He's
there. Very un-Kenyon-like to see him drop it on corners. And if he just picks up a little bit of gravel. But Stony Bum is trying to apply as much pressure as he can if he can get close enough, but he is running with very, very low ERS. As the Alpine driver of Vale and the AlphaTauri driver of Brief and Cower picked up another 1.7 seconds to add to the original 5 that they had. The gap is now at 6.7 seconds from P3.
No, I
Snipers
think
for
Snipers
Live
for the moment.
has had a moment. Let's go down to Anfo. It looks like the marshals have cleared that up. A Rapido.
No, I just saw Blitz getting past some of the Debs as well. We've been quite a bit ahead of Debs.
Oh, he's sorry. He's. I thought he had crashed, but no, he's just left the session.
Right.
His car is in AI. Currently ghosted. Right, the gaps are just starting to form now. Convict is just managing to keep with his teammate. Stony Bum is 2.5 away from Kenyon. Kenyon has some work to do. 3 seconds away from the Hasses. Sid's just pulled out a little bit of a gap from his teammate behind. Broken the DRS.
So here's my question, because unless I've missed it, I know they started at the back after the sprint, but how is Anfield still in 17th place in a Ferrari and well back? Did he have to pit? Did not see that.
No, I did not see that. He might have done actually. He may have picked up damage from the VSC that got called late and the penalties that got handed out. If he's hit someone, which he may have done, because I think he picked up a penalty, he may have caused wing damage.
Yeah, I've just looked. He did. He has stopped.
Deja vu with the Ferrari of Anfo down the grid. Oh, Sid deep into Aquamarine Alley. It brings Alan into his DRS there. He lost about 0.5 on that, trying to keep it on track. He's going to be asking or hoping that Alan can do a job and keep Kenyon busy behind.
She has indeed got DRS for his teammate ahead.
That will be a battle to keep an eye on when they get closer. As Kenyon has got DRS just on Alan. Alan did not get it on Cedric. And Cedric again looks like he went a little bit deep into the first corner. Back down to LMB in the Alfa Romeo. Hudson in pursuit for P12. Trying to snatch that position from Gary ahead. Gary. Sorry, I can't help it.
Ethan Cow's taking a couple of tenths out of Vale. got to wonder with Vale's experience, is he just keeping himself out of DRS and doing all he has to do?
Essentially, Vale is a very good game manager.
Yeah. One bit for 3 seconds.
As we will go back up the board as Alan has lost out to Kenyon. It is Kenyon versus Cedric.
Kenyon.
It is going to be a bit of a sitting duck here. Is it? I don't know. Cedric may be able to hold his line here if he positions his car properly. As Kenyon gets ahead, I would like to see Sid put that car in the middle there. He's lost out by backing out to that a little bit more than he should have done, as Alan's looking on the inside now as well.
I was on board with Sid, and all of a sudden Alan just came from nowhere.
Yeah, he's lost out a little bit more there. I think he should have made Kenyon fight harder for that. He sacrificed himself. As we did, I should have done that. We did miss it for that fight. LMB has got past Gary, as he is in the hunt for as many points as possible. And as it going, he is en route to doing that. What else have we got? Cedric has still got DRS.
Matt's sitting 1.5 seconds behind the guys. I mean, if I was Matt, I think I might run a bit of DRS and try and get one DRS to and try and keep Kenyon behind me.
Oh, as Sid goes flying into that corner. So there's now just a couple of drivers that have got DRS.
Yeah, Vale's increased his lead to cow again.
Oh, who's that? Is that LMB? Oh no, LMB's lost it coming out. Looks like he's managed to keep it out of the wall. Car looks intact. I don't think he was had anyone close to him. I don't know if he caught a gravel. Many grass and gravel traps around the outside of this circuit, which if you hit, you are, unfortunately, your chances of keeping it on track are slim. Back up in the grid.
James' point of view, LMB doesn't appear to have any damage. So.
No. I believe he's staying out.
Yeah, he is. He's gone past the pit entry.
So hopefully he's just had a moment and he'll be able to recover from it. As Kenyon is still in pursuit of PRL Matt, but he's not really eating away too much time at the moment.
That seems to just get to about 1.1 behind Gaza, and then he just falls back again. It's maybe the slow straight line speed of that Mercedes that's letting him down. So Kenyon's now within 2 seconds of him. It might all be over the other side of the top.
Not going to have enough, but he will push a little bit. But give him his credit, you don't normally see this happen, but PRL Matt has a lot more ERS than Kenyon. Cow has gone on.
Yeah, I wonder if he's trying to get the undercut.
May well be. I don't know how powerful it is round here. Or it all depends on when Vale goes, but realistically. Oh, Matt has a moment. He has a moment. He avoids the gravel just but he's had to sacrifice about a second of his time. Kenyon is now
sniffing blood.
He can smell the sweat of Matt behind, I'm sure.
Excuse me, I just got in my mouth a little bit.
This Matt goes a little bit deep in as well. Vale has gone into the pit. Vale's just got a copy. Oh, Hero Matt dives into the pit as well. Kenyon stays out, but his teammate was in. He doesn't want to sacrifice the double stacking.
Matt maybe just didn't want the embarrassment.
Where is Cal? Cal is still behind as it stands. He's got a car in between him. He hasn't worked too much. His tire's going to be a little bit hotter than Vale's.
He's about the same gap behind Vale as he was, to be fair.
He'll probably get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But he has got a hat.
He's got the DRS offsets as well. Help him gain a bit.
He has got the has to get past. His Sid pulls over a little bit wider. Is Sid going to... Oh. Sid didn't want any part of that. I think,
No.
excuse my language, but Sid shit himself.
Played a fair game. I think that's what you meant to say, isn't it, Ollie? I think that's what I interpret from what you said anyway. Still a pits from the lead.
Does. So, Kenyon stays. Kenyon stays out. I don't know how much this will hurt Kenyon going. I know he's going to have fresher tyres, but he's going to have more... Oh, Alan, you naughty boy. Naughty boy.
That's gold classes with a 5-second penalty.
It is.
Sid'll serve his when he comes in, but Alan is going to have to take his to the end unless he, for some reason, has to quit again.
Two Red Bulls come out together at 8th and 9th. The two Williams in running in P5 and 6. The House of Cedric in P4, but yet to pit.
I'll tell you what, Beacon Powers certainly closed the gap on Vale.
Yeah, I think those tyres take a couple of laps to warm up and get into play. We've got Sector 2 yellows. A Syrah? Syrah round.
Oh, cold tyres.
Cold tyres, Aquamarani on the wheel. Can get a hell of a lot of oversteer.
He's on the wheel.
Yes. Oh. Vale, not Vale, sorry, Kenyon of the Alpine. Let's see how many places he drops just out of interest. It's a long pit here. Kenyon is down to P9. It feels like he's lost out a little bit more than he probably wanted to.
I mean, other than the top two, it's only Derbyshire ahead of them that's already stopped, so...
Red Bull on the back of the Alpine. There's a little bit more of that. Oh, we have got DRS from Cow to Vale ahead. We will go back on. He's just He's not going to have enough track to do this now, but it's going to keep him a little bit more in check than it did do before.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say the undercut hasn't undercut as such, but it's definitely brought him closer. Sid freeze. Oh, who's that? AlphaTauri. Is that Snipers? It's not. Mikey drops at the top of the hill. That was unfortunate, it was Mikey. Sid picked up a 3 seconds. Yeah, Mikey was the yellows. He drops it at the same point he picks up the wing damage before. Unfortunately, he got back going again. Both passes down into P15 and 14. Sure, they're waiting for a few other guys ahead to pit.
Yeah, I mean that's everybody from sort of down that stopped.
So Silver's got past Kenyon. He was behind him originally on the last lap. We're gonna go back down to Freaking Cows. Still there in the DRS, but not close enough. But it's getting closer as it stands. Douglas Sheet on the back of Convict, who is yet to pit. Freaking Cow picks up a 3-second time penalty. That will hurt him towards his battle for P1.
Got Blackberry on the back of Stony Bum.
Has been pitted? I don't know. Oh, that very takes a bit of an alternate route. Oh, no, sorry, Stony Bum done. As Blackberry's trying to look on the inside of the Williams driver, thinks better of it. Go back down.
DRS on Silla this time, I think, if he can.
Kenyon's tyres are warm now. So it must take about 2.5 laps.
See the Alpine power yesterday.
I mean, it's not as obvious as the others are, but burning DRS and DRS should be enough to bring him in, as they do. Kenyon gets ahead, Sirius slots in just behind. Gary picks up a 3-second time penalty, but now the problem is for Kenyon, he's now got a very fast Red Bull in his slipstream.
Yep.
That LMB just coming out pits, I believe it is. He's gone on to the medium tyres. Anfo hunting on the back of Gaza. Freaking Cow is now dropped out of DRS. After picking up a 3-second time penalty. Keep an eye on... Oh, Stony Bump is in. As Anfo is looking for the rocket-propelled Ferrari engine, trying to get past Gaza, but I don't think he can. That AlphaTauri on Gaza is either running low or has got some super fuel in it.
I could be wrong. I think I do know that Gaza has gone pretty low wings in the past.
Gary is into the pits.
One that comes out of the pits just ahead of L&D. And here it is.
Oh, Douglas picks up 3 seconds. LMB is looking to go round the outside of the Williams. And I think, oh, he hasn't got it done yet, but he's a lot faster on the X. He's got a lot more traction. And he gets that move done.
That's brought Cedric. Oh no, sorry, it's JT Blitz I'm looking at, I beg your pardon. JT Blitz up to the back of Convict again as well.
Let's go back on board with Kenyon now, as the Red Bull has got back ahead. So can Kenyon get his position back? He did. He went. It wasn't late. It was pictured. It was perfect, and he gets the position back. Unfortunately for him. Oh, who have we got there? That's got to be Mikey. Mikey has gone. And he's waiting. He has no front wing. Looks like he's potentially dropped it out of the chicane. Has been taken into the wall. I was going to say this battle for P4 between Kenyon and Syrah, as much as it's exciting, it's dropping the gap. It's 11 seconds away from P3.
I feel a mistake. I can't see the Vale losing this race.
Okay, it's just game management now from Vale.
Yeah.
Syrah, it has dropped back a little bit, still within DRS, but he's actually used a lot to try and pull that time back in. Beb's another 3-second time penalty. Anfo looks like he has finally got Gaza. The rest of the field are fairly spread out, apart from a couple of guys in the top 10, definitely from P8 up to P6. P5, Syrah is still 0.3, seems to increase and get closer in sector 2.
Yeah, as it stands, Alvin's 5 seconds aren't really going to affect him.
No.
Like I say, LMB can really close up in the last 9 or 10 laps.
As it looks like we're going to see a position change again. The Red Bull's going to retake P4. These guys swap over for the 3rd time.
It'll be a battle to the end of that, I think.
Yeah, these two are just in each other's DRS for the rest of this race.
Epps is ghosting.
Bebs is ghosting.
Yes, and going very slowly. He's just being passed by Black Dragon.
Let's see if I can get the man back in.
Gary is now within DRS, so I've said.
Where is Bebs? Why can't I see him?
I think, I can tell from that angle, I think he might be back in now.
Yes, no, he looks like he's got intermittent.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I went on board with him, it was there, not there yet. He seems to be back in a minute.
Okay. Kenyon, 0.2. We're going to see another one now. He thinks better of it going into turn. Technically, is that turn 2 around here? Does that kink just after the pit exit count as a turn? Knowing F1 standards, it probably does.
Not very sure. Yeah, we'll see now. Blackberry with the DRS on Sid as they come down the straight.
Oh, Sid's got nothing left.
Neither is Gary, so Gary's down to 3%. They've both been putting their all.
It looks like they have. I mean, Sid's got a lot of clear air behind after that. It's 28 seconds back. As JT Blitz. Douglas Yeed sets a new fastest lap in the Red Bull 180. Oh, JT Blitz nearly drops out the top of Aqua Minerali. Kenyon and Sierra swap positions again. Deja vu. Down to Matt, who does have DRS now on Gazza ahead. Oh, Gazza has a moment. A complete oversteer on the AlphaTauri. Matt slips in, takes full advantage of the mistake. Didn't need DRS, got it done through mistake.
At the moment in P12, GT Blitz is making a McLaren filling between his two friends in the Williams.
Just as Bebs picks up another 3-second time penalties.
Over GT Blitz.
Oh, we're going to go side by
This
side.
could
Oh,
be-
we're not. Stony Bum is, to his credit, pulled out
Yeah.
of that move.
I think it's because he knows it. Oh well, no, GT Blitz is out of DRS now. Conrad. So, trying to get that Williams past the McLaren.
So something you
Again,
say
they're
often.
both just they're both out of DRS.
Miracles do not happen at the moment. We will not see that Williams get past the McLaren just yet.
What he needs to do is just strip the DRS off for the next couple of laps and then make a go at it.
I'm just going to stand board on the map. I'll be back in about 10 seconds.
Matt's trying to line up Gaza. He should have DRS. And make the move. DRS is open. It's up to him not to burn, but then he doesn't have a whole lot of DRS left. And Gaza's positioning his car nicely and keeps the place. Oh, Cyril, 3-second penalty. Kenyon will be happy about that as Kenyon passes him.
That's the end of the battle between Kenyon and Sierra then, is it?
It is. So they just pick up the 3 seconds
That
just
is a
before
shame.
Kenyon got past him. Matt had the DRS on Gaza but could not get past him.
I'm going to point something out that someone said to me about an hour ago.
That I'm very handsome.
No, someone said that to me about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Sid did say there was a chance of rain towards the end of the race. And, hold on. Hold on. Have I just seen a few raindrops? Is on my screen. Yes, look at the car. It's raining. Commentators curse. It's fucking raining. Sorry, just swearing.
Yeah, I see it now. I've
It's
just gone up
raining.
the mat and just as it came down, yep, there's rain.
I literally just thought to myself, they said there was quite a high percent chance of rain towards the end of the race. And
I don't think it's going to fall fast enough to
no, but it
warrant.
may be a bit dodgy on some of these little old tyres.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for all the pad users now. Yeah, I am seeing the odd drop. It's not a lot, but there is
No,
some,
it's
yeah.
not a lot. You can normally see it when you look at the halo of the car when you go in cockpit view. You can see the streaks going past it. Yeah, just as we have been commentating on this race as well, I just want to... Vale has put a 10-second gap to P2. That's a mega stint, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Douglas Yeat is also doing quite well, bringing the Red Bull up down into, at the moment, a podium place. As he's got a back marker of the Haas coming out. I don't know who that is. Who's that that's pitted? Is that Alan or Sid? That's Sid. Sid had another pit. He hasn't pitted for what I think he's pitted for, has he?
I don't know.
He has. They are going for intermediates. That's very early intermediates, isn't it?
He's maybe just taking a gamble, but yeah, it does seem very early. I mean, there's 3 of them on intermediates.
Yeah, I wonder if it was a game call, but I'll be surprised if the game calls that now anyway. It's not wet. I mean, technically it's wet now. I'll tell you what, we've got these commentators on point tonight anyway. The way it's going, I think people think we've got like magic controls to dictate what the game's doing.
Oh, don't say that.
Gaza.
Don't say that.
Gaza and Matt fighting. It looks like Matt has just got himself back ahead. I wonder if we're going to see anyone else pit, or they're going to try and stay out on these hard compound tyres. Could be a very big call.
Nobody ahead of those that already have went in, so... Oh, Kenyon!
Oh!
5 seconds! Was that the rain just making them
Probably.
a little too late?
Sierra, Red Bulls as it stands up into P2 and 3. Cal has gone into the pits. I think you'll see Vale come into the pits just to be safe. Alan is catching people out.
Another 5 seconds as well. Yeah.
Or LMB has decided to stay out on the medium compound tyres. I don't know. I just don't know. Let's go to Vale. I believe you'll see him come in. No, you're not. Vale is staying out.
He's maybe thinking with the gap that
It's
he's
got
got.
a good gap, yeah.
If he'd stayed out, Dogasheet, I mean, if he'd gone in, Dogasheet might have stayed out. I think that's what he's looking at.
Well, looking at it at the moment, looking at LMB's time to Kenyon's time, Kenyon picks up a 3 second. Looking at LMB's time to Kenyon's time before he's got the positions, Kenyon wasn't catching LMB. I mean, who is that following? Is that Sid behind the Red Bull? It is, of Douglas Yeat. This would be a good comparison as a back marker. As Sid does get past the Red Bull, the traction out the corners is the better on the intermediate tyres now. LMB has gone in the pits as well. Coming out now.
Back in again as well.
Convict in, Kenyon in
He'll be serving that 5 seconds.
Yes, hello squeaking, sorry.
Yeah, the top 2 have stayed out. I mean, they're not going to lose anything unless they drop it. I mean, I would imagine that Vale is driving very carefully.
Yeah, he's got a nice 14-second gap to...
I mean, he's getting unlapped by people, or there's people driving through him, certainly.
Yes. Start thinking of your driver of the day, if you can.
Sorry, I'm just on board with Vale and he's just been so careful.
Yeah, I bet he is. Let's go back down to... no, he won't. Yeah, he's a little bit further back. Just nice big mixed field.
Well, at the moment, if I had to pick a driver of the day, I would probably have to go to Anfield. No penalties and up 12 places.
Yep, it's hard
Somebody's
hard,
off in sector 2.
hard to disagree with that.
Did
Oh no,
you
Anfo,
think cow drop out doggish heat has gone past them?
Anfo's run out of fuel.
No.
Tell you what, they're just jinxing brilliantly at the moment. We're just giving him his driver of the day and he's run out of fuel. That's not driver of the day caliber now.
No, he's just blown it.
I'm going to give it to, my personal opinion, you can say against it, I'm going to give it to LMB. I think he's done a good drive. He had a bad sprint. He picked up damage early on in this one, I think.
Will I just go on board now and see if he runs out of fuel?
Yeah, I mean, his fuel flight's flashing, so that's me. That's my one. PRR Vale finishes P1 after a stellar drive. WG 17 seconds behind. Brief and Cal picks up and manages to carry on and get into the podium position. Syrah 0.7 behind P4. Anfo P5 did run out of fuel. He has a P6. Matt P7. LMB up 9. P8. Allen is down to P9. Convict crosses the line now. Stellar drive from the Williams. Kenyon finishes P11. McLaren's P12, 13. Stony Bum P14. Cedric comes across the line now to complete his race in P15.
I'm still curious as to why Kenyon pitted that second time for another set of intermediates.
I think it's because he had to serve a time penalty, but you have to change tyres.
He would have lost less time, surely, if he had just served it at the end.
So that concludes round 6 of the realistic tier. For the first time, we have these guys in their new cars. Bit of a mixed field. I didn't expect that type of field, if I'm honest.
No, it was very different.
So PRL Vale, I believe, with a Grand Slam weekend. Definitely realistic. I believe he finished P1 in qualifying, P1 in sprint, and P1 in race.
But did not pick up the fastest lap.
He didn't pick up the
went through
fastest
the
lap,
sheets.
no. Just scroll through the race director in case it's needed. If it wants to. It doesn't want to. It just wants to look at the track. Where are we next week?
Austria.
Oh, Austria.
Red Bull Ring.
So home of the Red Bull, and we will see you then.